where we uncover the hidden secrets of the ancient world and its magnificent creatures. In the long history of carnivorous dinosaurs, one species has fueled scientific debate for over a century due to its uniqueness. It was not the strongest predator of its time, nor was it the fastest, but it evolved a completely different path. We are talking about the Spinosaurus, a creature that challenged our understanding of what a dinosaur could actually be and do. About 100 million years ago, the Earth entered the mid-Cretaceous period, a time when global climates were significantly warmer. The region we now know as North Africa was not a desert, but a vast network of rivers and wetlands. This was a truly special ecosystem where giant fish, aquatic reptiles, and many carnivorous dinosaurs coexisted in a delicate balance. In this environment, competition on land was fierce, with predators like Carcharodontosaurus dominating the majority of terrestrial food sources available. Spinosaurus appeared in this context, but instead of competing directly, it chose a path that no other large dinosaur dared. It decided to exploit a resource that others ignored, venturing into the water to claim a domain all of its own. Its skull was long and narrow, featuring conical teeth that were very different from the serrated, knife-like teeth of Tyrannosaurus. This unique structure was perfectly adapted for gripping slippery fish rather than tearing through the thick flesh of large terrestrial prey. Isotope studies conducted on its bones revealed that Spinosaurus spent the majority of its time submerged in freshwater environments. Its body also carried unusual signs, with hind legs shorter than other theropods, lowering its center of gravity for swimming. Its bones were dense and heavy, a feature that helped counteract buoyancy, allowing it to submerge with ease while hunting. The tail was flattened horizontally, adapted to generate propulsion in water, a feature rarely seen in any other carnivorous dinosaur. Even the famous sail on its back may have been used for thermoregulation or display in the open environments of rivers. All these features suggest Spinosaurus was not a dominant land predator, but a highly specialized hunter living between land and water. For a long time, this strategy provided a massive advantage, allowing it to thrive without fighting for food on land. However, that very specialization made it fragile as the environment began to shift and the stable river systems started changing. As river systems altered and the climate shifted, the advantages that Spinosaurus once held slowly began to disappear and fade away. A body optimized for water was no longer an asset when the habitat itself became unstable and water became scarce. Spinosaurus went extinct not because it was weak, but because it was too dependent on a single, specific type of environment. Its story is a testament to a principle of life. Evolution does not create perfection, only what fits the present moment. And when the present changes, even the most well-adapted masters of their domain can vanish into the sands of time. Let us look closer at the details that made this creature a biological marvel of the Cretaceous period in North Africa. The neural spines of Spinosaurus were incredibly tall, some reaching nearly 2 meters in height, creating its iconic dorsal structure. Unlike the sail of Dimetrodon, these spines were not just thin rods, but robust bones that anchored powerful muscles and ligaments. Imagine seeing that sail cutting through the water surface, a terrifying warning sign to any creature near the riverbanks. This structure may have functioned like a solar panel, allowing the giant predator to warm up quickly in the morning sun. It likely also served a social function, changing color to attract mates or intimidate rivals without the need for physical combat. Notice the position of the nostrils, placed high back on the snout, allowing it to breathe while hunting just below the surface. The snout was filled with pressure sensors similar to crocodiles, enabling it to detect prey movement in dark, muddy waters. This sensory system was crucial for hunting Onchopristis, the giant sawfish that shared these dangerous waters with the massive predator. Its arms were incredibly strong, armed with hooked claws that could tear through fish scales and hold slippery prey tight. In terms of length, Spinosaurus was likely the longest carnivorous dinosaur, surpassing even the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex and the Giganotosaurus. Scientists have debated its posture for years, wondering if it walked on 2 legs or 4 when moving on land. Current evidence suggests a bipedal stance, but with a unique forward tilt balanced by that massive, heavy tail behind it. Once in the water, all awkwardness vanished, replaced by the lethal grace of a predator perfectly designed for the aquatic realm. The Kem beds of Morocco reveal a dangerous ecosystem where predators outnumbered prey, a puzzle that paleontologists are still solving. While Spinosaurus preferred fish, it likely scavenged or fought for terrestrial carcasses when the opportunity arose or fish were scarce. In a direct confrontation on land, it was vulnerable, so the river served as both a hunting ground and a fortress. It may have rested in the shallows at night, safe from terrestrial threats, cooling its massive body in the river. As the sun rose over the delta, the cycle of life continued, with Spinosaurus playing a vital role in this ecosystem. Its feet were likely webbed, similar to shorebirds today, providing traction on soft mud and extra propulsion when swimming underwater. The neck was curved in an S shape, acting like a compressed spring ready to strike at passing prey with blinding speed. From the moment they hatched, young Spinosaurus were likely drawn to the water, hiding in reeds to avoid larger predators. They would start by hunting insects and small amphibians, gradually moving up the food chain as they grew in size. Growth was rapid, a necessity in a world filled with giant killers, ensuring they reached a safe size as quickly as possible. A fully grown adult had few natural enemies in the water, ruling over its territory with absolute authority and power. But the Cretaceous world was volatile, and periods of intense drought would turn their aquatic paradise into a deadly trap. As waterholes shrank, Spinosaurus was forced into conflict with other aquatic giants, like the massive crocodile Sarcosuchus, for remaining resources. Fossils often bear the marks of these violent encounters, telling stories of survival against the odds in a harsh prehistoric world. When fish were gone, it had to adapt or die, turning to scavenging, though its anatomy was ill-suited for this lifestyle. Fortunately, these droughts were often cyclical, and the return of the rains would bring the river ecosystem back to life. It was a creature of resilience, capable of enduring the dynamic and often violent shifts of the Cretaceous climate system. The discovery of Spinosaurus by Ernst Stromer in 1912 opened a new chapter in paleontology, revealing a dinosaur unlike any other. Tragically, the original fossils were destroyed during World War II, leaving scientists with only drawings and descriptions for decades. For decades, Spinosaurus remained a ghost, often reconstructed simply as a T-Rex with a sail, missing its true aquatic nature. It wasn't until 2014 that new discoveries in Morocco finally unveiled the strange, short-legged, water-loving reality of this creature. This discovery revolutionized our understanding, forcing textbooks to be rewritten and changing how we view dinosaur evolution forever. Like sharks, Spinosaurus replaced its teeth frequently, ensuring it always had sharp tools to grip slippery prey in the water. It may have used low-frequency infrasound to communicate underwater, sending signals that traveled for miles along the river channels. While we can only speculate, it is possible they exhibited parental care, protecting their vulnerable young until they could swim. During fish migrations, they might have gathered in numbers, tolerating each other to feast on the abundance of food available. Patience was its greatest weapon, capable of standing motionless for hours, becoming a living statue before striking with lethal precision. Think of its home as a prehistoric version of the Amazon or Mekong Delta, but populated by monsters of immense size. The flora was dominated by ferns and conifers, creating a dense, humid jungle that provided shade and cover for ambush. Its specialization was so extreme that it might ignore fresh meat on land if the river was full of fish. Its bite force was not designed for crushing bone like a T-Rex, but for snapping shut quickly and holding on tight. Fossils show healed fractures in their spines, suggesting that these massive sails could be damaged in fights or accidents. How exactly it moved on land remains a puzzle, with biomechanical studies constantly refining our image of this awkward walker. Like modern animals, it likely suffered from parasites and would need to groom or rub against trees to find relief. Under the ancient stars, this creature reigned supreme in its watery kingdom, unaware that its reign would eventually end. But geological forces are relentless, and the global climate began a slow but irreversible shift that would seal its fate. Sea levels fluctuated, and saltwater intrusion may have disrupted the freshwater ecosystems, destroying the prey base Spinosaurus depended upon. As the giant fish disappeared, the massive predator found itself starving, its specialized body unable to catch swift land prey. Competition increased as resources dwindled, and generalist predators that could hunt anything had a distinct survival advantage over the specialist. The extinction of Spinosaurus was likely gradual, a slow fade rather than a sudden event, as their numbers dwindled to zero. The sands of the Sahara eventually buried their remains, hiding their secrets for millions of years until we found them. While Spinosaurus vanished, other dinosaur lineages adapted and evolved, eventually giving rise to the birds we see in the sky today. Today, we see echoes of Spinosaurus in crocodiles and herons, animals that occupy the boundary between land and water. But nothing alive today can truly match the scale and grandeur of the Spinosaurus, the river monster of the Cretaceous. Science never stands still, and future discoveries may change our image of this creature yet again in unexpected ways. Through technology and imagination, we can bring these dry bones back to life, allowing us to witness their lost world. We should remember them not just as monsters, but as living, breathing animals that struggled to survive and raise their young. The sun set on the age of the Spinosaurus, but its legacy remains etched in stone, waiting for us to read it. From a hatchling in the reeds to the apex predator of the river, its life was a remarkable journey of adaptation. It teaches us a valuable lesson. High specialization brings great success and stability, but great risk when the world changes. Today, we stand in awe of its size, trying to comprehend a world where such dragons walked and swam among us. The rivers of North Africa are quiet now, but if you listen closely to the wind, you might hear their echoes. The Spinosaurus was a unique experiment of nature, a creature that pushed the boundaries of what was possible for a dinosaur. It will forever be remembered as the aquatic hunter, the dinosaur that conquered the water before vanishing into the earth. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the life and times of the magnificent and mysterious Spinosaurus. There are many more stories to tell from the prehistoric world. Which giant predator should we explore in our next video? If you enjoyed this journey, please like the video and share it with fellow dinosaur enthusiasts to support our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to Onchopristis so you never miss an episode of our prehistoric adventures and discoveries. We appreciate your time and curiosity. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and we will see you in the next historical adventure. Here is a final fact. Some scientists believe Spinosaurus could swim as fast as a modern crocodile, despite its massive size. Imagine swimming next to a creature longer than a school bus. It puts our place in the food chain into perspective. Spinosaurus teeth are actually the most common dinosaur fossils found in Morocco, proving how successful and numerous they once were. The Sahara Desert now holds the secrets of these river giants, a stark contrast to the lush world they once knew. Thank you once again for watching. Your support helps us create more in-depth documentaries about our planet's amazing past. Check out these other videos on the screen to continue your journey through time with us. Click now to watch more. Rest now, giant of the river. Your story has been told, and your legend will live on in our minds forever. Goodbye for now. This has been a production of Anne Wynne Travanta. See you in the next era of history.